Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Wally, and you are now tuned into PBH TV.
Hey, this the king of melodies beat.
Yo, we back with a new one on deck for y'all. This is the interview that people have been waiting for. You understand me? This interview has to do with Alex Jones, Elon Musk, and Andrew Tate. Three of the most Googled people on the internet. So guess what? Sit back and react with your boy. Also consider subscribing to my channel. It'll only help me grow. It'll help YouTube push this out to the masses. Let's go. Sit back and react with your boy.
Thoughts on Alex Jones being back on X?
I'd rather hear his thoughts on Elon Musk being the biggest maverick of the last 500 years. I'm not kissing ass here, Elon. You've got big ones, man, on every front. You are literally overturning the entire power structure. I was just going to say this once Andrew get in, but I just want to say this while you're here. You are literally changing the entire paradigm, and you've definitely got the system scared. And so everybody needs to support X. Everybody needs to support the sponsors on X.
And not for nothing, the way he's going about it right now, he could set a trend right now. Unless I hear a lot of people in the comments, or should I say, I see people in comments when I watch these videos when they're talking about Musk and how he told the big people, he said, you know what, F you and your money. You want to go ahead and advertise, go advertise over there if you don't like what I like. You understand what I mean? But they trying to say they think that he's part of a program or something like that. But you know, people are not, people nowadays. They'll make something out of nothing with no time, all right? So let me go ahead back to this. Let me go ahead and press play.
I personally am doing all my Christmas shopping this year with all the great gadgets and stuff that are on X, but I'm going to shut up now. But I would imagine instead of talking about Alex Jones, I'd like to hear Andrew Tate talk about or ask questions to Elon Musk.
And check this out. Look who he got in the room right now. Vivek Ramaswamy is up in the room. You hear me? Yeah, man, pay attention.
Yeah, well, Alex is certainly a friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and I'm extremely happy he's back. I've celebrated that publicly, but Alex nailed it. Elon is taking the biggest risk here. It takes unlimited energy to propagate lies. You have to continually repeat them, and you have to continue to try and falsify information and hide the truth to keep lies afloat. And this simple purchase, you call it simple, the purchase of a simple website has literally cracked the matrix in real time, and it becomes extremely difficult now to run the psyops they were previously running and enslave the populace, which is their primary goal. So Elon is a hero, absolutely. And the risks you are taking, Elon, I don't think many people at home actually understand the gravity of the risks you are taking, because your ability to speak freely is heavily leveraged against your insignificance.
That is a fact. He is taking a big risk right now because he's not part of the boule. You understand what I mean? Although when he was out there, you know what I mean, in Israel, it kind of looked like he was under pressure. He kind of looked like a hostage to me. But, I mean, that's my opinion, all right?
Only allowed to speak if nobody listens to you. And if you get big and people start listening, they're going to come at you hard. And I think, I'm not completely versed, but from what I understand, Elon's already suffering the lawfare tactics, which they're going to do. They're going to keep pulling out the hat to try and slow him down or
Andrew, let me interrupt before I forget. I don't give him any attention. The same law firm that came after me with these PR firms.
You've just dropped out, I think, Alex.
It's just dropped out?
Yeah, I think you got a call. No, you got a call. Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
There is a 3-letter agency running this. Not all of them, but let's just say it starts with a C and it ends with an A. Sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's liberal NGOs which will sponsor agents of the Matrix. They'll sponsor females to end up in a house party and then lie to try and then put you in a Romanian jail cell and get you sitting with the cockroaches in a dungeon. And it's a very scary world where you get to a point where you're only trying to tell the truth, and they're going to punish you for that using endless lawfare. And this battle has only just begun. But the Matrix has truly cracked now, and it's going to be extremely hard to lie to us like they did before with X, the way it currently is. And I think it came at exactly the right time. I almost, without trying to sound pessimistic, there was a point where I kind of felt like I was losing hope.
I think I see what's going on right now. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. This is just my opinion, right? It seems like, all right, the U.S. was using TikTok, or should I say the U.S. was using Twitter the same exact way how they're telling us that the Chinese is using TikTok. Hey, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you agree, or if you got some more input, or if you have some more input on that, go in the comments. You know what I mean? We can go ahead and engage together.
Couldn't tell the truth about anything. Everything was a lie. Everything from head to toe was a lie. And they're trying to lock us all back in our houses again. And we can finally talk about it. It's truly heroic. And Elon's taking massive risk. And the respect I have for him for doing that is enormous.
Absolutely.
Facts.
I mean, this is what happened. I'm going to shut up because I want to hear from Elon. But this is so historic. Elon Musk's courage, and it's true, I'm saying, has broken the back of the globalists. They'll never be able to turn this around again unless they have a nuclear war. Elon Musk has broken their back.
They're going to try to get rid of Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do.
Well, I guess some people are afraid to die, but I am not.
That's and you know what? It's kind of crazy because I was talking to someone the other day and I was explaining. They were asking about my seizure, how they took all my houses, all my money, all my cars, blah, blah. And I said, you never truly own anything on this earth anyway. You can have a piece of paper that says you own it, but if you piss off the government structures, they just get a judge to stamp a different piece of paper and you no longer own it.
Facts.
The only thing you own is your soul and your integrity. And this is the one thing they cannot take away from you no matter what they do to you.
And that's no cap. Pay attention, because we're seeing it happen right in front of our own eyes right now, today, in 2023. Yes, going into 2024. Listen, man, you can't take this in the grave with you. So with that being said, it can always be taken away.
And that is the best feeling on earth. It doesn't matter if you can sell your soul to the devil and repeat what they want you to say, but then you truly own nothing.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I think
I
that as history books look back on this pivotal moment when X was finally freed and the information of the world could finally be spoken freely, I really do believe we're on the right side of history. And if you were to ask me if there's anything worth dying for, it would be for the freedom of humanity and to be on the right side of history. So I agree with you absolutely, Elon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just generally in favor of civilization and the furtherance of civilization. And I think we should always be concerned that we can regress as a civilization. And if you study history, you can just see the arc of one civilization after another as the civilizations rise and fall through history. We've been in a period of civilization rising very rapidly, but we should be concerned that we may be cresting, we may subside, and there are many times where I get late stage civilization vibes, and I'm just worried that maybe we're cresting as a civilization and perhaps headed for a fall. So yeah.
Well,
At the end of the day, it's more of us than it is more of them. But for some weird reason, we are being controlled like you don't even know.
agree with you because I truly believe, and a lot of people have said this before me, this is not an original idea, but I think as AI and machines and tech increases, a lot of people are going to be deemed useless by the overlords. And then you have to sit and decide, what are they going to do with all these people who have hopes and dreams and they want healthcare and they want a garden and they want a house to live in and they don't want to be treated like cattle? They're going to become extremely inconvenient. Wow. So I don't think many people at home understand that this war cannot be avoided. I've had a lot of people who understand why they threw me in jail in Romania and understood I've done nothing wrong. And they said to me, why do you take up this fight? Why you don't just delete your Twitter and disappear and drive a Ferrari all day? And I explained that this war cannot be avoided. You're either on the front line and you're fighting for something, or you're sitting waiting to die. You're waiting for the Mongol horde to come over the horizon and chop your head off.
That is
no, I totally agree.
Of it.
And just to throw this in there, if you read, and Elon, I knew you were doing great work. When I saw you 6 months ago at the World Government Summit, where they're all just saying we're going to make everybody eat bugs and we'll make the decisions to put microchips in them. And you said, we don't want a centralized system. We want a diverse system. We want firewalls. And I don't agree with this Tower of Babel you're building. They know that we go through cycles, and they want to artificially create a great reset collapse, in their own words, to make everybody else poor, consolidate power, and they'll have a smaller type 2 civilization for themselves. And I think you're trying to build a type 2 civilization, or even a type 1 civilization, I should say, for all of us. And, right. And you said we need to have a debate about going interstellar. We've got to expand or we collapse. And Elon Musk is saying, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't stay in stasis. You either expand or you collapse. So
yes, exactly. Creating you either grow or you collapse.
You're either gonna swim or you're gonna drown. You understand what I mean?
you don't. The steady state is basically an impossibility. So you have to pick it. You have to make a choice. Do you want to grow civilization, or do you want to decline and collapse? And because steady state is not stable. So, and I say we grow, and I say we expand, and we have more humans, and we become a multi-planet species and a spacefaring civilization, and ultimately be out there among the stars. And I think that is the exciting, inspiring thing for the future, not a declining human civilization that dwindles to nothingness and where humanity dies with a whimper.
And that's the bottom line. I think it is.
I mean, if you leave it up to them, I think we will be on a major decline. You understand what I mean?
It's a battle of people who believe in humans and humanity and want it to expand against people who are so selfishly going through the earth and so selfishly orientated that they don't care about expanding civilization. They just want to control the humans that are currently here.
And Andrew, I totally agree with you.
And an arrogance.
I totally agree. Let me throw this caveat on it because I've read the writings of Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab and the Club of Rome. They know we could easily expand. There's plenty of room, hundreds of billions of known galaxies. They know that this is just a seed that's going to not just grow into one giant oak, but an entire forest, an entire universe. And so they want to shut everybody else down because they can't deal with the competition that the Elon.
I mean, in our very own Earth and Mother Earth, you know how much free land is available? I'm gonna let that sink in right there. Google it, look it up.
Musk that come out of the general public. They want a global tyranny so they can direct it and control it so that they direct the expansion. And we can't let that happen because they literally talk about in Agenda 21, the official UN plan, a 90% world population reduction. So we need to go with the Elon Musk plan. And that's why I tell people that get upset, they go, Elon Musk is involved in every advancing technology. The globalists are pushing that too. Well, technology is like a gun. It's whose hand it's in. And so we need the gun in the people's hands, the gun of expansion, instead of in the globalist hands. And so just because Elon Musk is on the cutting edge of every technology, don't fear the technology like some troglodyte. Fear us not being in control of it. And Elon is saying we need to be an expansionary human explosion of competition and freedom, not some new dark age with a tiny breakaway civilization that's only working for itself. Sorry, I'm ranting.
No, but you're completely right. Because if Elon doesn't push these boundaries, they will push these boundaries. And once they have the sole control and the monopoly over such technologies, it's over for all of us. And I don't think most people understand. It simply is the humanistic view against the death cult view. And there's people in the world who have no interest in growing humanity, no interest in advancing the species as a whole. Their interest is in power and control. And all they want to do is have absolute power over the people that currently exist and their children. And you can talk about all the perverse reasons they want to do those.
He's telling no lies right now. No lies being told.
In growing humanity, no interest in advancing the species as a whole. Their interest is in power and control. And all they want to do is have absolute power over the people that currently exist and their children. And you can talk about all the perverse reasons they want to do those exact things. But it's truly scary. And all the people at home who don't really understand the gravity of this fight, they seem to think it's right wing, left wing, ha ha ha.
Yes, exactly. They're thinking about it the wrong way. It's sorry, it's got a little X here. But you're totally exactly. This right left is it's the wrong way to think about it. It's the sort of the extinctionists versus the pro-humans. And once you see that it's extinctionists versus the pro-humans, then it becomes very clear.
I'm pro-human, baby.
So, Elon, when are you going to, I know you got 100 irons to the fire, but when you talk about we need to create a plan B for humanity, well, that's really...
No, it's not a plan B. I mean,
an alternate master plan. Because the globalists are controlled right now. You're trying to wrest control with us, helping. I mean, when are you going to put out your battle plan, or are you already putting it out in pieces?
No, I mean, what I'm saying is that actually, I think we should expand humanity. Like basically, we should have basically more kids. Population should increase, and we should become a multi-planet species and make life multiplanetary. Build a self-sustaining civilization on Mars, and then ultimately, this will be long after I'm dead.
It seems like Musk knows something, but he can't talk all the way in details, but hey, all this, we being overpopulated. I don't think we're overpopulated. I think what they're doing, they keep cramming us up into specific locations and spots, and it looks that way, you understand? But there's a lot of free land out here. I'm sure when you drive down into the countryside, you see all the land over there, right? Not to say that they got to destroy it in order to make people live there, but I mean, let's be serious, yo. We have a lot of free land in this world, baby.
Probably, but well, almost certainly, we can go to other star systems and go out there, and I don't know, maybe we'll find some long dead alien civilizations. And I don't think we want to be one of those lame one planet civilizations that never got beyond, its home planet. I mean, we gotta, what are the aliens going to think of that? It's like we got to make a good showing. Team Human.
Well,
Let's go.
and that would absolutely that would be certainly disappointing.
Excuse me.
But it's essential, and truthfully, it's so amazing we'd even speak about these things. Only 2 years ago, you couldn't even speak about these subjects, but it's so pertinently obvious to anyone who pays attention, and it is scary. And expansion and humanistic views are certainly the way to progress, and it has to be done. There's no other way. Just like a business, just like you guys said, if you stand still, you die. And it takes a few brave people to break the matrix. You have to break the dam. And I think bravery is so important because it puts a crack in the dam, and it shows that if there's people out there brave enough to risk getting canceled, risk lawsuits, risk lawfare, then it's going to inspire bravery amongst the rest of the populace. And it
Word, and hopefully it could start a good chain of events, right?
becomes extremely hard to lie to brave people. And I think that that's one of the largest pandemics of Earth today is bravery. And when I say bravery, I don't mean that in any kind of negative connotation. Bravery is being full of love and loving the people around you and sticking up for your community and loving where you live and loving your country. And it's brave to do those things. And it's love.
What do the globalists teach us? Children are bad. We're ugly. Humans create all this racial division. They want us to hate each other, so we just give up, roll over, so the globalists can have the future.
And that's sad right there. That's scary, scary, scary. That's a scary sight. Not one we want to be near. You understand what I mean? Hey, we're going to stop it right there. I will put the link to the full video in my description. Make sure you go check it out. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, especially if you made it this far. All right, baby? Go in the comments, run it up, flood it up. Let me know what's your thoughts on this.